Hanukkah is the lightest holiday we have. Not just literal light, but it's not so serious, and it's the most fun we have, but I take it seriously. There's a tradition of eating oily foods, sufganiyot, these jelly donuts, and latkes and the like on Hanukkah, and I treat it like Passover. On the beginning of Hanukkah, I get rid of all non-oily foods from my house and eat only oily foods for the 8-day holiday. And then when it's over, like on Passover, you go out for pizza or something like that. I like have a salad or something just to like cut through the greasiness of the previous week. You can do that tradition too. The Hanukkah, of course, celebrates a historic event, a war. And the war started, it's important to note, somewhere around like 167 BCE between the Maccabees and the Syrian Greeks, Seleucids. And the temple was retaken about 164 BCE, about 3 years into the war. But the war went on for years, years and years. There even remained a garrison, a Seleucid garrison in Jerusalem until 141, meaning that we're not celebrating the victory in the war. We're celebrating just a moment along the way when the Hasmoneans showed that they were dedicating themselves to a higher cause. It's not victory. It's dedication to Jews being able to practice their own culture and religion in their homeland and remaining dedicated to this higher cause. That's what the holiday marks, not victory. And the Hasmoneans, what the Maccabees call themselves, rule until about the year 63, and their rule is mainly corrupt. They're not so good at ruling, and so we celebrate them even though they're imperfect heroes. And these facts, the fact that we celebrate not victory, but dedication to a higher cause, and that the heroes of the story are manifestly imperfect. This is important because often life is complex. I'm not talking about hiding behind context, like sometimes we see people do, but understanding the complexity that even the good guys are occasionally bad, and even the bad guys can occasionally be right. That doesn't mean you're going soft. That doesn't mean you're justifying anything, but you're acknowledging the fact that not much in this world is simple and perfect. That is part of what we can take away from celebrating Hanukkah. Our heroes aren't gods. They may worship God, but they're not gods themselves. All human beings make mistakes, and it's our task to acknowledge them and to acknowledge when our side is right and wrong, and to acknowledge when the other side has a point, even though we disagree with most of their points. This is the way life, in fact, works. Now, the Maccabees weren't perfect, but they brought good. And it's okay to acknowledge that complexity. Otherwise, we end up living in darkness. Shabbat Shalom and happy post-Hanukkah.